Now, before y'all say anything, yes, I am 100% stealing this idea from my bud Vince at the Big Pro Wrestletalk Network. So go subscribe to his channel and go watch his video. There will be a tag, and I'm pretty sure it'll be down in the description. So go watch his video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's prime time. I'm in my prime. Right now's the time to show the whole world how I put it on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, my name is Jay of the Jay the Awesome YouTube channel, your former head of the household champion, and today I am here predicting the next WWE champions. Now, in this video, I'm going to go down the list of every single champion and who I think it's possible to beat that champion. And disclaimer, this whole list is without Damian Priest's Money in the Bank factor, because if the Money in the Bank, if they're smart, he can cash in and then win the belt that easy. He's definitely a contender for all the major ones. So no factoring in Damian Priest. So without further ado, let's start with NXT. First up is the NXT Championship, held by Carmelo Hayes. Now, I've been loving his run so far, but there are a few people that I think could possibly beat him for the belt. Now, keep in mind, I'm recording this before No Mercy, so he's facing Ilya Dragunov, and he's kind of top contender to take the belt off of him, if I had to say so, because Ilya had so many chances and opportunities, and when his character is, you're going to have to kill me to beat me, you kind of have to give him a belt eventually. So I would not be surprised if he did take the belt off of Carmelo. But two other people that I think should take the belt off of Carmelo Hayes. First up, Trick Williams. Now, if you're going to do this face versus face. Don't turn Carmelo heel. Don't turn Trick heel. Face versus face. Brother versus brother. And then after the match, keep them together. Like, hey, friendship is everything. Like, similar to Adam Cole and MJF. Similar with the New Day. Like, keep them together. They are magical together. So, Trick Williams, someone could take the belt off of Carmelo Hayes. If not Trick, and this one's out of the box, Joe Gacy. I love what he's doing with Schism and with Ava Raine, and I would just love to see him with the NXT Championship. So, Joe Gacy is the last guy I think should take the belt off of Carmelo Hayes. Next up is the NXT North American Championship, held by Dominic Mysterio. His run, I've been liking it so far as well. Did not expect him to retain so much. I kind of thought it would be like transitional, then lose it. But no, he's kept the belt for a while. So I definitely think he's going to lose it soon, though, because his feud with Dragon Lee is intensifying. They just had the match on Raw, and then they just attacked. Dragon Lee just attacked him on NXT of this week. So there's a possibility my top contender for him to lose the belt to, Dragon Lee. But if not Dragon Lee, again, go with Trick Williams. If he's not going to go for the NXT Championship, go for the North American. And actually, at the time of this recording, I think he actually did just win the number one contendership to North American Championship. So I wouldn't be surprised if Trick won the belt. So have him and Melo with the championships. So Trick Williams. But if not him, Braun Breaker. I love his revitalized character, being heel, and him on a dominant tear, just spearing people out of his mind. So a good like heel versus heel, quote unquote, because people love Braun as heel, would be a good match. And having Braun take the belt, having like 2 NXT championships and the North American champion on his track record, I think that's pretty good so far. So Braun Breaker is the last person I think should beat Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic Mysterio. For the NXT Women's Championship, Becky, very controversial win by a lot of people, but I'm fine with it. I don't really see a lot of people beating her. Like, just to rattle off a couple, I don't think Roxanne Perez, I don't think Tiffany's winning it back. I don't think Bea Priestley's winning it back. I don't think Katana James is winning it back. So I only have 2 people on this list. Most likely with Laura Valkyrie, because She's quote unquote friends with Becky, and then it's a friendly competition. She takes it, big underdog, because she didn't win against Tiffany. So, her. But if not, have it be debuting Jade Cargill, because a lot of people thinking she's going to go to Raw. A lot of people thinking she's going to go to SmackDown. I would like to see her in NXT. Just have a good, familiar face there. So, have her take the belt off of Becky, make her a big star there, and then move her up to the main roster. But at least that's my thinking. So, those are the two people I think should beat Becky Lynch. For the tag title, I don't really have a lot of people that could go for them. I haven't really been too focused on this division. Like, I like that Stax and Tony D'Angelo have the belts, but their run has kind of been a little meh for me. So the only people I think should take the belts off of him are Chase U, repping the merch, Chase U. And if not them, go with Metaphor, just because they're super entertaining and obnoxious. So have those heels take the belt off of them. Why not? Speaking of tag team championships, the women's tag team championships. Now, these are held by Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, which will replace Sonya. So, people I think are obviously going to take the belts off of them because the belts are quote-unquote cursed. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Like, they lost them to Ronda and Shayna, and then Ronda and Shayna immediately broke up and lost them. So, I think they should win them back and actually have a pretty good reign and hopefully bring the women's tag division to a good point, because kind of just been there. So, but if not those two, I guess the only other two I could think of is The Way of Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Those are the only two I could think of. And then the last one's Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. But those two are very unlikely. So those are three teams I think should beat Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Next up for the World Heavyweight Championship, held by Seth Rollins. I think the second champion should be Gunther, moving up from his Intercontinental Championship to the World Championship, but already paid him at high status, and having him beat Seth Rollins. I think he already has a good track record against Seth Rollins. So I say Gunther right after his Intercontinental Championship reign. But if not him, I say heel Drew McIntyre, because he's really been teasing, ooh, I'm a heel, I don't care about other people. So I'd give it to Drew as well. So Drew, Gunther, either of those two, next world champion. Women's world title held by Rhea Ripley. Now, a lot of people would love to see Liv Morgan return and take the belt off of her, which I agree with, because there's a pretty good story there. Have her win the Royal Rumble, taking the belt off of Rhea, because she was the second in the Royal Rumble, and there's already a story there from Liv for Brutality. So I'm definitely fine with Liv taking it from her, but if it's not Liv, very unfortunate for everyone else, I think it might be Nia Jax. One, because I love seeing people suffer. Two, because she's been dominating and crushing people on Raw, so having her be the one to stop a dominant Rhea Ripley would make sense. And plus, my long-term booking for it is Nia Jax called herself the baddest woman in WWE, the baddest woman. Here comes Ronda Rousey. We get those two in a rematch, Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. Ronda Rousey stops her. Ronda Rousey, the new women's championship. Now, will that happen? Maybe. But Nia is definitely someone who could take the belt off of Rhea. If not Nia, and this one is way out of the box, just because I like to see it, give it to Zoe Starks. Make her a star with the belt. That's really it. That's really it for Zoe. But yeah, those are three people I think could take the belt off of Rhea Ripley. Next up, for the Intercontinental Championship held by Gunther in his tremendous reign so far, the longest reigning. Right now, top contenders are Tommaso Ciampa, since he's about to face him and have a contract signing with him. I would be completely fine if you take the belt off of Gunther. But if not Ciampa, give it to Chad Gable. The story is right there. I would love to see Chad finally have a singles championship. Chad Gable, Obvious pick right there. But if not those two, give it to Jey Uso. Another hero that could topple Gunther. The crowd would love it. And he's not going for the world title, but still have a championship on his waist. I like to see that. So, Jey Uso. He did my out-of-the-box pick. If it's not those three, give it to Bronson Reed. Why not? I like to see that. Just give it to Bronson Reed. So, yeah, those are the 4 people I think should take the Intercontinental Championship off of Gunther. Now, for the Undisputed Tag Title, I don't really have a lot because I didn't really think about who could really take them. I just have the Street Profits because they're in a feud, not in a feud, they're in a faction with Bobby Lashley, revitalizing their careers. They take the belts and just make that stable look dominant. So, Street Profits. Next up is the United States Championship held by Rey Mysterio. Now, this division hadn't really been too interesting that much, so there is like a bunch of people that could take the belt off of him. So, top 2 right now, Santos Escobar and a mentor versus mentee. Santos Escobar take the belt. You could turn him heel, have him kick him out of the LWO, or just have it be a face. Doesn't really matter for Santos. And the next person, Dominic Mysterio, after he loses the North American, have him go for the United States, take it from his dad. That would be a good villain thing for him. But if not those two, give it to LA Knight. He's super over. He really does deserve a championship around his waist. Give it to LA Knight. My 2 out-of-the-box picks that would just be cool for me, Grayson Waller, because he didn't even win a belt in NXT, surprisingly. So it'd be cool to have him in the United States. And then Cameron Grimes, because he needs more TV time. So those are the 5 people I think should take the United States Championship. The WWE Women's Championship held by Io Shirai. No, Io Sky. Yeah, not Shirai. Sky. And this one, my top pick, kind of makes sense. Bayley. She was already jealous of Io. Then Dakota got injured. So I think Bayley could take it just for jealousy. If not Bayley, Charlotte, because it's Charlotte and she takes belts from people. So wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte takes the belt off of her. But if not those two, my out-of-the-box pick is Dakota Kai. Because she's at like all of Damage Control, she would be the least likely to win the Women's Championship. So having her just take the belt off of like maybe like a roll-up or like a quick kick and then pin, like I would like to see Dakota as champion, and that could build her up as a star. So those are the 3 women I think should take the Women's Championship off of Io Sky. And lastly, the undisputed Universal WWE Champion, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, on his legendary run. We all know who the top person is. Cody Rhodes. Have him finish his story. Now, whether it's at Rumble or Mania, I'm fine with either. But have Cody continue his story, finish his story, and win that belt. If not him, it possibly could be The Rock, just cuz. So give it to The Rock at Mania, and then boom, you have the match, and we have a new champion right there. If not, wrap back around to Jey Uso. Good wrap around Jey Uso, no distractions, so now Roman's all alone. He loses the belt to Jey Uso. And then last person, again, out of the box, least likely to happen, LA Knight. Most popular right now, deserves a belt around his waist. I'm fine with that. So those are the 4 people I think could beat Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship. And there you have it. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. Hi, Editor J here, and I was debating if I should add this part in because it's the Monday after, but why not? So here's a little update. I've so far gotten 2 predictions correct. Ilya Dragunov is the person to defeat Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. And also, Trick Williams defeated Dominic Mysterio to become the new North American Champion. So already 2 predictions right. Let's see if the other ones come into fruition. So I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. Peace.